What up, everybody? Q is in the motherfucking building, and today I want to speak about something really, really cool. I'm gonna speak about something that I think gets misscrewed a lot of the times, right? There is this popular idea that comes up every single time that we challenge polygamy, right? Or this is like so-called male behavior, you know? This whole idea that, it's evolution, and men are just essentially made to spread seed. It's just biology. And look, this is how I feel about it, right? I'm gonna go a little bit. I want to speak about this because this is something I used to believe in too. I used to believe in that men were just naturally just built to essentially want to spread their seeds, right? I used to be under this whole idea, and this is something that I've started to, I guess, part of my healing journey as well. I've started to think more rationally, right? Actually step back and be like, okay, rather what is the scientific evidence saying? And I try to do that with as many things as possible. If there's scientific evidence about it, I love to have a look at it. So I always try to look at it. There's someone might say that men are wired. Hold on, am I still recording? Yeah, I'm recording. So yeah, what I was saying. Yeah, some might say that men are wired to want multiple women, right? And I think we should pause it right there, because what you are doing by saying that essentially is something called bioessentialism. And it's basically this idea that your biology equals your destiny, right? That, for example, let's say that you are born with testosterone, right? And if you're born with testosterone, you're somehow naturally programmed to want variety, to cheat, right? To just fucking be a horny ass person and just spread your seeds, right? But the truth of the matter, and I used to believe similar. I was like, well, yeah, that's the thing. But if we look at actual science, not fucking bro science and all this shit, peer-reviewed evolutionary biology, right? Evolutionary biology, we have anthropology and psychology as well. That's not the truth then. That's not the truth. Yeah, sure, a lot of red pill motherfuckers might go around and say, this is just what it is. Look into peer, where you can't actually, most men probably, oh man, just pisses me off this. I'm gonna keep my temper down. Woosah. You guys seen Bad Boy? Woosah. Right? But the truth is, a lot of people say that biology is they say biology it gives us these tendencies, right? But it's almost equivalent to say that having the muscles to punch someone doesn't mean that you have to fucking fight them, Or just because that you have a high sex drive doesn't mean that you need to go out and just be spreading your seeds, right? And the truth of the matter is that a lot of men that do spread this idea that, oh yeah, men are just polygamous by nature, men just want to fuck, man. It's confusing insecurity for biology, right? Because the idea that, oh yeah, men are just wired to want more women, you're just trained to think that your worth is tied to how many women want you, right? And there is something I'll cover as well from anthropology, which essentially is status-based polygamy, where essentially men, we'll cover this deeper afterwards, but essentially where men, they would claim many, many, many women essentially as a way of currency, right? You can look, whatever I'm saying, look into scientific shit, right? I'm not telling you to trust me. Go study this shit yourself, right? So the truth of the matter is that men used to use women as a play, as sort of a currency, right? To show how much power they had. So when a lot of men, they did feel insecure, they would just have a bunch of women for them, right? So when a lot of men, they won't feel seen or they don't feel respected, well, then they would, compensate through status. And in a lot of cultures, status equals women, right? So the status equals women. So the more of these women you have, the more status you will have. Now this idea that, this is just how we are. No, it's not. It's not biology. All of this is conditioning, right? It's patriarchy. And again, I keep saying this multiple times. I used to believe similar. I used to believe, this is just how men are, right? This is just how we are. But if we look at the biological tendency, that men, they enjoy variety, then we also have to look at, well, there's multiple parts to it. Because I think a lot of men will literally go around and they will use biology to essentially to justify their behavior. A lot of Muslim men as well, including myself, will use biology to justify this obsession and this need to have so many women around, right? But the idea, first and foremost, we're going to look at into multiple things, right? Because if you actually, a lot of people, when they dive into this idea of this is just how men are, you are stepping into evolution, right? You are essentially looking into evolution, and a lot of men that claim the same thing, oh, this is just normal, this is just how we are. Well, you can't on one side say, oh, you know what, that's just how men are, because what you're talking about there, just saying that that's normal, that is based on survival strategies, mating behaviors, all of these things. And now we are introducing Darwin to the conversation. Now we are introducing Darwin into the conversation. So the same men that will say, oh, it's just evolution. Nah, guys, it's not. Right? You can't, like, on one side, no, sorry, it's not that it's not, but it's, you can't cherry pick and say, oh, I don't believe in evolution, but I do believe in evolution when I'm horny. Oh my God. Well, this is how it goes. They're like, evolution? Haram. No evolution. Only when I'm horny, right? Only when I want to fuck, basically. That's what it is. Let's just call it for what it is, right? And look, man, you have peer-reviewed studies that kill this entire notion, right? You have Terry Conley's work. And this is, again, I want to specify this because some people say, oh, it's only Western women. This is only Western women. And it's like the whole idea with the fucking peer-reviewed study is you have to look into multiple different categories. Whether, again, peer-reviewed. It doesn't mean, oh, it's just a bunch of white women that are college women in fucking whatever fucking university, Utah University. It's not that. When you do peer-reviewed shit, oh my God. You have to look into so many different factors, right? That means that's Arab women, that's Desi women, that is non-Muslim women, that is women overall. And you also have to understand, just saying, oh, these studies are, this only Western women, right? Only Western women. But to be fair, majority of people are also living in the West. And secondly, it's not. You clearly don't understand how peer-reviewed shit actually works. You don't understand how, and just because you don't understand how peer-reviewed shit works, then just don't come around making these claims. Just because it's so hard on the ego. And I understand. Sometimes it is hard on the ego. Do your own research. That's what I say. Do your own research, right? We have also shit from, by the way, everybody on live, you guys. What, there's a lot of echo on the live? What? Is there echo on the live? What the fuck? Who said there's an echo on the live? Made me insecure? No, wait, is there actually echo? I'm doing so well. No echo. Hey, appreciate y'all. Okay, so let's get back into it. Who was this person trying to derail me? No echo. Is only this person trying to derail me? Satan? I'm joking. I'm joking. So look, you have someone like Meredith Shivers who, again, this is scientific evidence. Not bro science, not science I used to believe in, not all this, you see Andrew Tate fucking talking this shit and this and that. No, actual science-based information, right? That women actually respond more to sexual novelty. And what's interesting, right? And a lot of men might get triggered by this, but guys, listen, right? Means we need to up our game too, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they get bored faster in monogamous relationships, right? Which is fucking crazy. And you can't go ahead and just say, oh, this is Western women, this is peer-reviewed shit. They take in all different types because they don't want to isolate it to one single group. And the truth of the matter is, it's usually like people that say this they're so conditioned in this idea that is, oh shit, am I still recording? Is this idea to us Like, the kafir. It's all the kafir. It's all the kafir. They're the only one that think about sex. It's only the kafir. Not me, not me. Hey, I never thought about sex. Like, I never think about that shit. No. My women, no. Women where I come from, they would never think. How the fuck do you think you were born, mate? How the fuck do you think you actually were born? How the fuck do you think you were born? But this is what's so crazy. And this is what I find fascinating as well is how, that women were actually, getting bored faster in monogamous relationships, right? And this is what, again, when I talk about Terry Conley's, her work, again, I think it ran from the span of 2011 to 2014, where essentially when a woman, she feels safe, again, bear in mind, this is all types of women. We just spoke about biology. How are we going to speak about biology, again, an evolutionary thing, and then we're going to isolate everybody? Like, how the fuck, oh my God. Hey, woosah, bad boy, woosah, right? But it's like she figured out that when women, they feel safe and they don't feel judged, they want casual sex just as much as men. So there's no difference in biology, rather it's in society. And someone might say, why don't I see it? Why don't I see it? Well, maybe the reason why you don't see it is perhaps because women like that, they get punished. They get slut shamed, are called bad women, bad Muslims, right? While men, if we do it, hey, you know what it is? Hey, what's up? Hey, we do that shit, yeah? We're like, yeah, I'm spreading my seeds. None of this shit is to do with biology, man. It's double standards. And I think it's unfortunate because if say I think about shit, if I think about something, and I do it, and this you'll see this whole notion with Andrew Tate, right? The reason why Andrew Tate became so popular among Muslim men, right, and just men overall, especially Muslim men, was essentially because it was finally like he was doing the things that deep down in their unconscious that they really want to do too, right? He's a representation of their shadow selves, as they call it, as Carl Jung, the Jungian psychology speaks, which is these repressed desires, and he was doing it without giving a shit, right? And one could call him a Muslim. But this is what I find interesting is if you had a woman, let alone a Muslim woman, astaghfirullah, Muslim woman ever did 0.1% of what Andrew Tate did, right? But if she just, any woman would act that way, she would be slut shamed. None of this shit is to do with biology. So we have to remove that premise that says, oh, this is biology. No, the premise here is, okay, is it biology? Fuck no, right? It's not. None of this shit is to do with biology. Rather, it's to do with society, right? It's to do with society, And this is what I find crazy, man. It's these studies they use mixed samples, man. Different demographics, They make sure that even with I believe Terry Conley's work, peer reviewed, not one, peer reviewed amongst different women. And the fucked up part is, funny part is, you talk to women themselves. Like a lot of people haven't actually spoken to women. I think a lot of people they haven't actually understood women, right? When women say, hey, we got fucking desires too, right? There's so many women. That's because people haven't spoken to actual women, man. Just been speaking to guys. Oh, man. But that's what it is, man. It's this culture shame. And look, at the same time, what I'm just saying, someone might come and strawman my argument and say, oh, you just want all women to be sluts. Oh, you just want all women to be sluts. Oh, who's going to marry me? Oh. I'm not, man. Don't worry, Medijan. No one is going to fucking come and fucking take away all of your women. Don't worry about it. But I'm just saying facts are facts. We shouldn't just say men are polygamous by nature when it's scientifically not the case. Right? Because by that, and look, if we want to step in, just like I said, a lot of Muslim men, right, including myself, would have at that point, now I change, my whole worldview is so different. Very, very different, even when it comes to the elements of like evolutionary biology and these things. But A lot of men don't even want to step into that region, right? And let's say that we step into that region of evolutionary biology. Cool. If we look into studies on apes or bonobos, right? Or even hunter-gatherers, it shows that female sexuality is adaptive and fluid across environments, right? So when the survival conditions, they change, so do the mating strategies, whether that is for men or for women. You know, all of this idea that, oh, men just want more, men just want more. No, man, right? So that's that, man. It's just, I don't know. And I also think, look, you have to understand that evolutionary biology is descriptive. It's descriptive, not prescriptive, right? Which means that it describes survival strategy. It doesn't justify your horniness, right? It doesn't justify my horniness, right? Or even her horniness. That's not what it is. It just describes it, right? So even if you have evolution that might say, by the way, a lot of men, I just want to pinpoint this. A lot of people will say, oh, there was this study, I think David Buss, who basically made this study where he was talking about, yeah, a lot of men, they like to, and people, a lot of red pill people, they will quote that and say, yeah, men, I think this was back in the 70s he did that study, where he looked, again, back into evolution, that men had wanted to spread their seeds more. Now, later, again, everyone will quote, oh, look at this, look at this. If you look into the whole context of everything that he was saying, even afterwards on his later interviews, David Buss, the same guy, a researcher, he said, after further studies, women show the same behavior. Do you understand that women also show the same behavior, right? So, and at the same time, man, this idea that we just think, oh my God, woosah, woosah, woosah. Oh, somebody give me some water, man. Oh, man. Look, if we step into the realm of evolution, right, then it's about survival. Do you understand? Evolution is about survival. It's not about your orgasm, right? It's not about orgasms, right? And we have different evolutionary drives, right? If we take them at face value, then everything is surrounded by the idea that we need to maximize reproduction, right? But, bro, even you can't apply look, there's different premises, both on the biological sense, the evolutionary part, and just common sense, right? Just because you think that, oh yeah, male, for example, if you look at, for example, I think it's chimpanzees. Is it chimps? Yeah, chimp. Essentially, when they, if you say, oh yeah, but again, if you want to go into the evolutionary route, you will literally drown. But let's just say, for argument's sake, you say, oh well, chimps actually, how many people are we right now, right? Chimps, they have sex with different women, and you have bonobos, who is actually some of the closest one to our genetics, and the women there actually do have multiple partners. But okay, but you have, at least in the chimps, for example, there you will notice that, okay, fair, you want to compare us to chimps, okay, cool, right? But what they also do is that they also kill other men to get access to the women. So what you now trying to say, that you are willing to actually kill other men to actually bust a nut. You actually want to kill other men to bust a nut. Your whole argument falls apart, mate. Whole argument falls apart, right? And look, yeah, man. I just find it crazy how people, they think that they can ignore biology, and at the same time, then they can use it to justify their whenever they want, they can cherry pick it. They can cherry pick it. Like, either you go into the idea of biology and evolution in that sense, otherwise you reject it. And if you go into that route, well, you're gonna drown either way. You know? So that's that, man. What else we want to talk about? Yeah, I think we already spoke about this as well in terms of anthropology, right? Look, when men, I spoke about this in the start, but I just covered it one more time, right? You had king. I would say something like this, right? I would say, well, technically, the kings and the sultans and these great people, like not great people. What the fuck am I saying? Oh my god, I'm saying people with power. Let's not call them great. Warlords. They had all of these women around, right? But the truth is that these were quote unquote powerful men, right? The average guy, he had one wife, right? He had one wife, maybe even zero, The truth of the matter is it has nothing to do with biology. And anthropologists have studied this behavior for fucking decades. Longer than fucking Andrew Tate, okay? Who doesn't even want to fucking visit a psychologist. This motherfucker, he's so fucking traumatized. It's so fucking obvious. Literally had father wounds. You can tell. You can tell. But the point of the matter is, like, all of this is to do with it's to do with signaling status, right? Status-based polygamy. It's almost like collecting cars. And the truth is that when we as men, we go around and say, yeah, I want to have these. Look, my point is this. You want to have many women around. You do you, man. As long as it's consentful, everybody cool. Hey, I'm all in. I'm not all in that. No, please. Right? But hey, whatever you want to do that makes you happy, you do as long as everybody around is happy too. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of the times when people actually, they want a lot of women around, that is as a power status, because we want to look and say, I want to feel like the warlord. I want to feel like this king. I want to feel like all of these things, which, fine, you want to do it, but understand where that stems from. It's not your biology, rather it's from insecurity. It's from insecurity, right? And the truth of the matter is, like, a lot of people, they'll bring in Islam as well. They'll bring in Islam as well and say, okay, but biology, pale, right? Pale. Biology, pale. Evolution, pale. Studies, pale. Where can I go back to? Yeah, let me actually take all of my insecurities and actually project them onto the Prophet Sallallahu Stuff, right? But okay, let's actually look before a lot of men even get married. And I speak on behalf of myself too. I'm not trying to just call out men. I'm trying to call out, I guess, the younger version of myself too, right? I'm trying to call out the younger version of myself too here, okay? The one that wasn't as wise as me. But the truth of the matter is, man, why is everyone ignoring that the Prophet ﷺ was in a monogamous marriage for 25 years? Huh? Why is everyone ignoring the fact that the Prophet ﷺ was in a monogamous marriage for 25 years? And bear in mind, this was during the period where he ﷺ physically most likely had probably the highest testosterone. Once you enter the age of 30 and beyond, usually the testosterone has a tendency to fall and drop, right? Sure. But this is the question. SubhanAllah, like you look into this. Oh, it's so beautiful when you start to look into it. He was in his physical prime, sallallahu. He was in his physical prime, sallallahu. And that's not when he said, okay, I want to have, he was monogamous. Yeah, he was in a monogamous marriage for 25 years when he was actually perhaps in his physical prime. Right? And the truth of the matter is, these things came after prophethood. And even if you look, and you actually, this is the thing, if you start to look into the behavior of the Prophet ﷺ, rather than us projecting our own desires and these things just to justify it, which bear in mind, I don't have a problem with. People want to be polygamous, cool. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Why 2 wives? Go for 10 wives, man. Yeah, mate, bro, I love love. This is me, I love love. I love love. As long as it's consent, as long as everybody cool with it. And not to the point of, you have to accept what I say, otherwise I will divorce. No, this type of bullshit. Look, my point is this. A lot of men can't emotionally satisfy one woman. How the fuck they gonna satisfy 2? Huh? How are they gonna emotionally satisfy 2 without going fucking crazy, man? How are they gonna emotionally satisfy 3? Look, even if you look at the Prophet ﷺ, if you look at even the reasons why, it was political, social, right? It came from a place of compassion. Not this, by the way, everybody like, right? But it came off, and even if you look at it, it was alliances, right? Widows. And I'm just thinking, man, this whole notion that we've made, again, I don't mind polygamy. I say, hey, as long as it comes from a place of consent. If she's like, hey, you know, shit, I want to have 3 besties. Cool. But bro, and I promise you this is, okay, I have one piece of advice, right? One piece of advice to men. Try to emotionally fully satisfy one woman. Physically as well, you naughty boy. Physically as well. But not physically only. Do it emotionally, from an emotional perspective. And you know what's crazy? You can't do that shit with money. I know plenty of men that got so much fucking money, but they can't emotionally satisfy their women. I know men that have wealth. When I say, look at the W I say, wealth. And their women are starving emotionally. Yeah, she got Lambo, she got all this type of money, she's emotionally starved. She's emotionally starved. And he got all of this money, but she emotionally starved. They don't give a fuck. Right? She's fully checked out the relationship. So my thing is if you can't emotionally satisfy one woman, then how are you gonna satisfy 4? Do you understand? The whole idea, even with polygamy, sure man, enjoy your life, but don't enjoy your life if it's gonna cost another human being pain in that sense, right? And I give all my brothers this advice. All of my brothers. I love all of you, right? Even if you talk shit about me, fuck you. But okay, I love you still. But at the same time, look, try to emotionally satisfy one woman. And do that for maybe 10 years. Do that for 10 years. Bro, no. You want to see a woman submit? Bro, that's how you get a woman to submit. You emotionally satisfy her for 10 years. You give her everything. Literally, your emotions give her all of that. And I'll tell you, when there are some women out there, they'll be like, hell no, I never let you ever even entertain that idea. And that's cool too. You got to respect that. And that's part of the emotional satisfaction. You're like, cool. All right, cool. Right? Otherwise, you shouldn't have fucking married her, bro. But yeah, man, we don't know down the line. Maybe she'll be open. But no, don't even think that. Right? Don't even think that. Focus on one woman, man. Sure, you want to have multiple wives, cool. But just the idea that you got money, bro, I tell you, I know people with wealth, and their women are so miserable. Do you understand? So miserable. And it's sad. Because you know what it is, bro? That shit, look, from a trauma perspective, you're passing that shit, your horniness, right? Which I understand. We all get horny, right? But look, that essentially passes down to your children, that trauma, that disconnection that is between you and your wife. The children, they can pick up on those signals. And I tell you, for God's sake, right? A lot of people say, oh, I just want religious children. And I used to believe similar. I was like, yeah, I just want religious children. I love religion. But now I'm just like, you know what? I want children that are free from trauma as much as possible. That's my goal now. I want children that feel unconditional love. Did you hear what I said? Unconditional. And I'm going to do my best. I'm not saying that, that's my goal now. Unconditional love. I believe that when you have unconditional love, bro, all of that, the love for religion, the love for God, all of that comes automatic. And rather than it being rituals, it is actual love, right? Rather than fearing God, you start loving God. Do you understand? So yeah, man, what are we talking about? So yeah, man, it's just, you got a lot of these fucking Dawa bros and all these people, they're just like, oh yeah, put them in a room with a biologist. They'll get eaten alive, man. I'm not being here to actually be mean. Look, you want to spread, I get it, bro. But you have to understand, we all want to, I understand. It's this, desire, I understand. But don't say that's only limited to you. At the same time, she's struggling with that shit too. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking unfair. If she's struggling, right, as well, and she holds it down, but we're like, no, I am a man. No, don't, man, don't. This is just silly. Trust me, a lot of women, I promise you, either they've been shamed into just this idea that, oh no, they can't even think. Even the word, they have to whisper it. did she say that? Oh my God, she said the cursed word. Only the word that I like. she said the dirty word that only I like. she said, oh, astaghfirullah. She said, oh, but this is what I mean. I mean this, man. It's in the same extent that men, we have desires, women have desires too, right? Doesn't matter at what level you look at it, psychological, from you have, again, you look this shit up yourself. Look into these two. You have these 2-year studies from Meredith Shivers and then Terry, what is her name? Terry Conley. Yeah, Terry Conley. Look into their stuff. Start looking into it if you really want to understand. If you don't understand, cool. I'm sure you'll find plenty of red pill people, and I'm not here to convince you. I'm not. I'm just here to invite you. If you actually wanna understand yourself, cool, bro. Cool. Right? But just understand that, yeah, man, I used to believe similar. I used to believe that, that this is just what it is. And I'm just learning that maybe it's, they are controlling their desires, so it's only fair that we control our desires too. You get me? Right? You get me? Even though whatever society has put it in and, and people might not like what I'm saying, but yeah, man. So, but that's that. Anyway, how long are we in? All praise be to God. All praise be to God. Guys, you gotta like this shit. Like. Everybody like. Everybody like. Everybody like. Look, man. I think the whole argument that's saying that men are wired, to want to have more sex, it implies that biology, it hard determines behavior, right? And what that is called is biological essentialism, right? Or bioessentialism. And it's the belief that traits, the traits that you have, your desires and your roles, they are all locked in because of your sex or biology, right? And sure, that was something that was actually believed. But if you look into modern science like evolutionary psychology, neuroscience, bring some neuroscience in this bitch, right? Even anthropology, it rejects this whole reductionist approach because your behavior is shaped by a bunch of different things. Sure, your biology is there, but so is your fucking environment, your culture, your social conditioning, right? Your trauma and your power dynamics too. So sure, some women might even say, no, but I'm not like this. Not me. Bless your heart. Cool. Right? But you also have to look into all of the conditions as in why you believe this. Most likely it's because you have been growing up in environments where even though this idea has been stigmatized, and even if you are growing up and it's perhaps like, whether that is in an Islamic, like I would say institutionalized version of Islam, institutionalized version of Christianity and Judaism or whatever religion, you have to understand how this idea of sex is actually looked at, right? And how women have actually been treated in patriarchal societies. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's a, oh fuck. Oh shit, man. I had a spasm in my leg. What the fuck? I had a spasm in my leg. Oh shit. So yeah, man. Can't be cherry picking fucking evolution whenever we horny, can we? Fucking. I'm wired this way because of evolution, right? Come on. Because once you go into the evolutionary route, shit, boy. Shit, there's a lot of beliefs that has to be updated, eh? Hey. Oh, man. So that's what it is, man. Yeah. I don't think I've got anything more. What do I want to talk about? I think we've spoken about it a lot, This whole idea that I need multiple women, it really has nothing to do with biology in that sense. It's really our ego, It's also insecurity, this idea of needing to feel like a man because it signals power. Do you understand? And that's fair. It's your life, baby. Your life, baby. You go and be powerful. You go and do that, but don't do that on the cost of other people's emotions. Don't do that if you're gonna be a tyrant. If you gotta be a king about it, then be a king. And to be fair, I even say any man that even want to step into polygamy, bro, he needs to heal. You gotta heal, bro. I think once you start healing, bro, like proper fucking healing. Because once you're healed, you'll be able to emotionally satisfy one woman. Fully emotionally satisfy her, right? And then we'll see, inshallah, you got, inshallah. And look, bro, all power to you. You want to have multiple wives? Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Speak that into the universe. Do that. But understand, not make it a requirement in the sense that, oh, this is just how I'm wired. Oh, this is how I'm wired. Especially when you haven't even done any fucking work on yourself, right? Go, come with me and sit in the jungle. Come sit with me in the jungle in Peru. Let's drink and let's sip some Mother Aya. Let's sip on that Mother Aya, right? Let's sip on Mother Aya in that, and let's look at our ancestral trauma, and let's see how many partners you want then, eh? Not a boy. Which is cool. You want multiple partners, cool. But then we shouldn't shame her and just be like, oh, that's only universal to us. Cool, we want more partners, cool. But don't say that's just universal to us. That's bullshit. And I don't think there's been any Muslim man that's really been calling any of this out. Which I just found, which is so stupid. So stupid. Honestly, it's just silly. Silly, man. And you can look this shit up yourself. This is what I mean. Look this shit up yourself. All right, I think this is fine. We ran. How long have we actually been running this shit for? Guys, I'm gonna take okay, I'm gonna take some questions. I'm not gonna scroll up through all of your questions. I'm not gonna lie, because that shit will be so long. Who is he talking to? I'm talking to the camera. Guys, what made you change your ex-red pill views? Okay, so I'm going to spend like 5 minutes, answer the questions, 5-10 minutes, and inshallah then we off. What made you change your ex-red pill view? I think a lot of things, honestly, growing up probably, maturing. Yeah, and I think a lot of psychedelic assisted therapy, right? I sat in the jungle, I lived in the jungle as well. And that will humble you. That will humble you. Oh, when you actually do deep work, oh my God, that will humble you. Oh my God, that will humble you. Humble you in the sense that you don't want to hurt people. You don't want to say, oh yeah, just because I'm horny, I'm just going to fuck around and just do all this crazy shit. And just because I am the man. I am the man. Ooh. Trust me. Right? Oh my God, why am I so fucking red? Woosa. Am I angry? No, I'm not angry. What made you change? So yeah, a lot of inner work. Once you do that, bro, you just want to spread love. You want to spread goodness. That's what I'm trying to do as well. Were you misogynistic? Well, I wasn't misogynistic, I would say. Well, I was. No, I was just raised, not misogynistic, but I can see how now I would view that as unconscious misogyny. And I think that's what a lot of, some men, actually not a lot, but some men they fall into, which is that we're not misogynistic because we want to be piece of shit. It's just how society, culture, and even, perhaps certain people within institutionalized religion have taught us as well, right? And no one really speaks up about this. Guys, let me see. Let me get. Who is got some? Someone is debating here. Who is debating? Without me? To be fair, sometimes I don't even like to get in debates, man. I'm not gonna lie. Just like, because the thing is, like, if someone is trying to debate from the sake of understanding, cool, we can have a conversation. I'm cool with that. But some people, they just want to argue. You guys seen them Dawa bros that go around in that, what is it? Is that in London? Where they do that Speaker's Corner? Bro, it's literally that. It's called Speaker's Corner. It's all about speaking. Speak. And I used to watch that. Bro, I used to with popcorn. Watch that shit like it was Netflix. But the truth is, it's called Speaker's Corner for a reason, because nobody's there to listen. Nobody's there to listen. Everybody's speak. Nobody's there to listen. Shit, oh shit, hope not. Fuck, man. Did I? You know what? I'm actually really pale. I'm not gonna lie. I need to get some. I need to get dark. Assalamu alaikum. Love your videos. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Honestly. Appreciate the content. Help you become a better man. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Gio Medijan. Awesome, man. You are awesome. This is what makes me happy. Some men will take this and just be like, I don't want to wait Andrew Tate. And then we got kings like this. We got kings like this. I'll be like, alright, cool, bro. How can I improve? Mwah. Honestly, you a king, bro. You a fucking king. Look, when a man, you ever seen Lion King? You ever seen Lion King? Lion King is based on the Jungian psychology of like Simba and Scar and Mufasa is a whole archetype, and essentially shows that Scar, who's the unhealed king, he's a tyrant, and all he does is takes. You look at Andrew Tate, destroys families. Look at all the traumatized children that is because of Andrew Tate. He has destroyed people. Do you understand? I look and hear the stories. You don't understand. That is dark. This is dark. And then you have someone like Mufasa, Simba in that sense, which essentially they are giving light to everything. And that's, again, comes from a place of love. So blessings to you, bro. I'm very fucking proud of you. Let's see. You come as well read. I come across as well read. I am well read. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm always learning. If you actually look into, I want to show you guys my books, but I'm going to show you guys afterwards. I always try to learn. Look, sometimes I'm wrong. And this is the thing I advise all of you guys to. So if you believe it or not, I started coding when I was a kid. So I was about 9 years old. That's when I started. So my technical background, educational, academic background is not even in psychology or any of that shit. It's actually in computer science. So I'm a programmer. I'm a nerd. But the thing is, I'm telling you guys, AI will transform the fucking world. AI will take over, and a lot of our beliefs need to be updated, because otherwise we are going to have somewhat of a religious and existential crisis. You even look into quantum computers. This shit is fucking unreal. It took millions of years to compute some of the things that Google's machines are able to do in 5 minutes. And the way that they're doing is essentially they're talking about multiverse things, and it's just quantum computers is just insane. That's why I say, read, man. Update your beliefs. Update your beliefs. It's time for brothers to take a trip to the jungle. 100%. Honestly, come B. You want to come to the jungle? Let's do it. In Peru, this is what we do. To be fair, women as well. But I think a lot of Muslim men will actually benefit from it. I met some guys. Look, ayahuasca. Can I tell you guys something? This is how crazy ayahuasca is. Everybody like this shit. I met an ex-IDF soldier. How about that? And bro, when I met him, I'm not gonna lie, that shit, oh my God, that really fucking triggered me. I was like, oh. But what's crazy is I started speaking with him, and it's like, bro, he ran away from Israel after drinking, starting ayahuasca. He ran away and he started literally spitting on it. And he started calling it evil and this and that. That's what ayahuasca can really, really do to you. What is inner work? If you don't know what inner work is, then shit. What forms of hell did you get? Hey. What are you guys saying? Who is this one guy? Oh, bro, you know what? Fuck. Hey, bro, here's a kiss to you. Mwah. Goodbye. Block this guy, man. Alright, guys, I think I have a question. What do you mean, update beliefs? Can you explain, bro? Yeah, sure. I will. I'll block that guy. Don't worry about it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Kifat? What's your ethnicity? Bro, I told you, man. Obviously, man's Mexicano. This is this thing that some people, they literally would watch me. Some that actually watch me just for the sake of bro, don't you have something better to do? If you don't want to do it, AI is scary. Yeah. I'm a programmer too. Hey, what's up? Okay, any more questions? Nothing? Otherwise, I'm gonna jump off. Book tour. Oh. You want a book tour? Swear? I'm gonna give you... Oh, fuck, man. What the fuck? You want a book tour? Okay, I'm gonna do that next time. Next time. Aisha, I'm gonna do that next time. Next time, okay? Yeah, can you advise on hair, please? Shit, you like my hair? I'm a pimp, innit? I got that perm like a pimp. Okay, these are the books I recommend you guys check out, okay? That depends on what you want to look into. Someone asked me about change. I want to comment on that as well, like the changes that are happening in the world. Maybe we'll do a video on that next time. How AI literally the speed at which AI will take over the next 5 years, honestly, will literally put a lot of people in sort of an existential crisis. But I think it's good. I think a lot of institutionalized religious beliefs, once you starting to get to quantum physics and all these things, will literally you'll have people and you'll need to re-understand religion. And I think what will be beautiful about that is we will understand religion and Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, all these spiritual traditions, we'll understand them a lot better in time. But yeah, in terms of books, this is what I recommend. I recommend Map of Consciousness being one. Every single book from Gabor Mate, cop that shit. Gabor Mate is a king. What else? Map of Consciousness. You have Gabor Mate's books. Body Keeps the Score. Body Keeps the Score. Body Keeps the Score. That one is like an OG. I'm actually reading that again now. What else? Yeah, look into that. Not many, too many books. Gabor Mate is literally like a hog, I swear. And actually, if you look into Gabor Mate, he is heavily into these plant medicines like ayahuasca. Which, bear in mind, I'm not saying everybody needs to go that. It's not everybody's route. This is really fucking intense, right? This is if you are ready to look into ancestral trauma, right? And I think a lot of people they're not ready for that. But the thing, I think, when you actually come out of it, you come out of it not wanting to judge people as much. You just want to spread love, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. But there's a lot of things you need to look at before you even do that. I lived in the jungle for a while. That really changed my life because literally when I was living in the jungle, I lived in the Amazonian rainforest, right? And I lived there for a while. And literally, bro, imagine this. I had no access to nothing. I didn't have access to my phone. I didn't have access to books. I didn't have access to people. Nothing. Oh, what the fuck? Why is it doing this shit? One second. Oh, I gotta complete this. I didn't have access to anything when I was actually there. It was just me, in the jungle. I couldn't even speak with other people. And it was just me, my ego, and God. All I was allowed to have was a journal. And I could just write and I could meditate and I could pray. And even with prayer, I didn't know what time prayer was going to go in. So even, and if I had to go to the toilet, I had to do that in the jungle. Or I had to walk 10 minutes to actually get to the main camp. So that was crazy, bro. Wow. And even the food, they call it a dieta. Yeah. The master plan dieta. And essentially what you do there, you're not allowed to eat anything where you can consume energies, where essentially it's like, you can't eat meat. You can't eat anything. All I was supposed to eat was boiled vegetables with no salt and pepper and nothing. And you eat that twice a day. And bro, I tell you, oof, I don't know. All praise be to God that I did that. But yeah. All right, guys. All right. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. Can you share the books? I will, inshallah. Thanks for speaking up for women. We appreciate you. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And nos, come on, tenska, man. For no. Taking notes. Oh, bless your heart. I'm actually, you guys are so sweet. Jungle is giving it the golf vibes. You know what it is? This is true itikaf. Men be sitting around with their phones on itikaf. This is literally you sitting there. All you have to do is, you don't have anybody. All you have is your thoughts, yourself, and God. And from that, trust me, it's almost like you have to be so quiet and quiet your mind so God can enter and you can actually hear what God is saying, and not necessarily from your mind, but from your heart. And that is so beautiful. So yeah. But again, currently watching Lost. Huh? Is Lost good? Alright guys, I'm gonna take 2 more minutes, then we out. I'm gonna do this daily, God willing. We're gonna do this daily. But that requires that I don't stay on for 3-4 fucking hours. I'm just gonna do this shit for I don't know however long I've been. Any more questions? Not that. You my people them. Did you lose weight in the jungle? I did. I lost so much. I lost so much weight there, man. Someone is asking, your videos are great, brother. I need advice. Thank you. Appreciate you. Send me. I'll try to do my best. You guys, I get so many messages on TikTok. Message me on IG though. Healing with Q, because I can send voice notes. I have passed more dollars. Yeah, do that. You do that, Gizm. Do you do that? Can you give a mic? My husband is an imam and watches corn. Gaslights me and blames my ADHD. What to do? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, but that is so many facts. 1, he's an imam. Number 2, he watches corn. Number 3, he gaslights you. And number 4, he blames your ADHD. What scar did you marry? I see Lion King. What scar did you marry? I'm not trying to laugh at you. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I'm not trying to do that. When I get uncomfortable, sometimes I laugh. Send me a message. You know what? Oh my God, what do I answer here? What are you doing with him? Is maybe the question. What are you doing with him? Maybe that's the question. If you don't like him, no more bullshit. You only have one life. Come on. You know? Guys, I'm going to start a Discord channel too. Once we actually start doing this more and more, I'm going to do a Discord channel. I love how you guys love interacting with each other. It's so sweet. It's honestly so fucking cute. I fucking love it. Even the comment section, everybody helping each other. Look, we're building this community, God willing, you know? God's people. And God's people is all people that spread love. This is what I learned in the jungle. Them people that are over in the jungle, they're helping people every single day, even the shamans. In my opinion, those are God's people. You know how hard that work is? You know how many dogs... Hey, Rachel, thank you for the rose. Look, doing that shit over and over again and really helping people. Guys, don't... Look, that's God's people. Anyone that's trying to spread healing and love and this and that is God's people. So we're gonna do that. Thanks for all the rest. So inspirational. Thank you, Sia. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hi for no. What's up? Do you speak Portuguese? Nah, I don't. Why would you think that I spoke Portuguese? All of a sudden, that's a bit random. Make dua for me. I will. May Allah make it easy for you. Snagar thuzo hanji ka story hai. Vallo certo. Well, that's Punjabi. Alright, guys. Yeah, there's what is her Dr. Muna? I want to do a stream with Dr. Muna. Dr. Muna talks about it's called a Muslim narcissist. Somebody tell Dr. Muna we need to do a podcast. How we know that he's the right man before we get married. That's a long question, man. That is. I've made some videos about it. You can check those out. Oh my God, I met Dr. Muna. She was insane. Yo, please tell her. Q, would you ever take guests? I'm trying to get guests. But not only like, not everybody. This is the thing. I say this with respect. If it were up to me, maybe we'll do a group call. Everybody can get. But the problem is I'm really trying to get like experts on certain things. Do you understand? It would be awesome to get everybody in. We'll do maybe a group call, some shit like that. But I want to actually do podcast episodes with actual experts on certain subjects, like Dr. Muna, who's I would love for that. Pray for me. Kaveli Nasir's husband is divorced. Me, I'm taking care. May Allah make it easy for you, Lina. May Allah make it easy. May God honestly bless you right now. May He bless you with healing. May He bless you with love. May He bless you with light. I'm sending you a lot of love right now, Lina. Alright, guys, we're gonna jump off in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna final off. Forgive me if I missed any of your messages. Forgive me. Which jungle did you go to? My backyard. Nah, I'm joking. I went to Peru. I lived there. Please talk about Muslim narcissists. Love your post. Thank you. Oh, Amazonian raid for Portuguese. Oh, okay. No, I don't. Well, I actually spoke Spanish. I spoke Spanish. I don't speak Spanish though. I want to try to learn. I want to learn Spanish. Spanish is so sick. I'm confused. You did healing in the jungle by yourself with no coach. Well, Look into, if you guys have watched Avatar. Avatar, the guy that made, who's that guy? But essentially, he made that based on Avatar. Oh, sorry, ayahuasca actually. But again, I'm not saying that's everyone's route. There's a documentary I recommend everyone to check out. There's also a book. It's called How to Change Your Mind. If you want to buy a book and you want to look into plant medicine, all these alternative ways, which again I say do that with somebody. Don't do that alone. Do it with someone that is trained in that sense. Look into that book called How to Change Your Mind. Love your post. I love you too. You can please talk about. Okay, guys, I'm about to jump off. May Allah bless you for understanding us women. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, honestly. You just got here, man. What do you mean, man? I've been on here for like an hour. What, man? And I want to do this shit daily. But in order to me, I gotta hit the gym. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit the gym. I gotta get them gains. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I got the podcast live too. Oh yeah, by the way, so if you guys want to see the recorded version of this shit, I totally forgot. What the fuck? You guys could think, look, you can check out the podcast. I'm gonna make sure I upload these, again, concise versions, about an hour, so you can hear. And then I got, then it's also gonna be on YouTube. You guys are so fucking awesome, man. What's your best life advice? Heal. That's my best life advice. And yeah, fix your relationship with God. And what I mean by that is when you need to fix your relationship with God, it's not like, oh yeah, perhaps, it's not, in my opinion, it's not, oh yeah, I gotta pray more. How do you view God? There's a book called Map of Consciousness by Dr. R. Hawkins, I think. And essentially he talks about his top experts within in the field of psychology. And he has proven that your perception of God changes your external reality. So if you, in your unconscious mind, believe that God is rageful and judgmental and he's out to get you, which I believed, you know, that's how I was really brought up. In that sense was like, oh, God was always trying to get me. You know, which a lot of institutionalized religions, they actually believe in that sense. Shame and guilt, well, your reality will also reflect that. But if you change how you view God, how I view God now, which is all loving, all merciful, all good, all blessed, your life will change, I promise. So yeah, but again, that goes back to doing shadow work. I'm on a healing journey. I've come a long way. That's sick, Noor. Let's go. How you heal? Google. Look, this can you rewatch lives? Yeah, podcast and on YouTube. A podcast will be scored. Well, we already got the podcast. All right, guys, 2 more minutes. Work on yourself. Absolutely. Do shadow work. Look into shadow work. Yes, 100%. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. You know what? Everybody, before we you gotta like this shit. Did you guys like it today? Was it good? Yeah? Sure, we're gonna do a lot more than this, man. I hope it was informative. Next time someone is like, oh yeah, man, I'm all polygamous. Hopefully you guys have some material. Again, check it out on YouTube. That's that, man. Other than that, yeah, peace and blessings to every single one of you. I'm sending you all love. I'm sending you blessings. I'm sending you healing. Everyone that's watching right now, whether you like me, whether you hate me, that's okay. Fuck you too. I'm sending everybody love. Okay? Anyone, and if you don't want to receive it, cool. Right? We'll send that to the next one. I'm sending everybody love. I'm sending you all blessings. I'm sending you all healing. Everybody, it doesn't matter, you know, if you love me, I appreciate you. I'm sending you more love. And if you don't love me, you know, it's okay. May you find healing too. May you find healing too. May you find healing too. Guys, you guys are asking more questions. Sana, next time, inshallah, all right? Sending you love. Thank you. And I'm receiving the love. Thank you. All praise be to God. God is the greatest. God is the most beautiful, most merciful. All praise be to God. How long will you say? Guys, next time, okay? Love. Take care of everybody. Much love. Assalamu alaikum wa salam. Shit. And then we went, and that's what it is, everybody. Shit. All blessings be to God. Glory be to God. All praise be to God. Oh my God, I hope my microphone wasn't too loud in this bitch. Oh, blessings, man, blessings. So we're gonna jump off now. I love everybody. Peace and blessings. Q in the motherfucking building. Y'all get it. Y'all see the serpent? Oh shit, that's this finger. You see the serpent? Yeah? Has wisdom. Love. Stop recording. Where the fuck is my mic? Oh shit. Where's my mouse? What the fuck? Oh, there. Love.